Hey everyone, Tom from the Airsoft headquarters here, and welcome to the tutorials video where we go in depth with airsoft batteries. So starting right off the bat, a couple key terms that you're going to need to be aware of before we go any further is going to be your milliamp hours. Milliamp hours refers to the amount of energy that is stored within the battery. Voltage refers to the amount of energy that is dispelled from the battery. So milliamp hours in comparison refers to how much gas is stored within your vehicle compared to voltage, which would be similar to the horsepower of the vehicle. Kind of give you that comparison so you're a little bit more aware of what those two mean. The first type of battery that we're going to be talking about is going to be the nickel metal hydride. Now, nickel metal hydride batteries are going to be the go-to type of battery. These are the most common, and here at the Airsoft headquarters we call them the dumb-proof batteries. There's not a whole lot going on with them. They're very simple, very straightforward, and very easy in order to maintain. These types of batteries are going to be about 1600 to 2200 milliamp hours, and the voltage is most typically going to be a 8.4 or a 9.6 volt. Very general. These guys are going to be most common in battery and charger combo packages. And they're also going to have the most shapes and sizes readily available because they have been on the market the longest. This type of battery is a stick type and will fit within a AK style of rifle platform, versus this type of battery, which is a brick, is most likely going to fit within a G36 or a front wired M4 or a Tavor type of rifle, where it sits right into the handguard. M4s are going to take a nunchuck style of battery, which is a little bit different of configuration, which I don't have readily available, unfortunately. Like I said, these are very easy. Your energy in and your energy out are going to be the same type of wiring. Very, very straightforward. Compared to the lithium polymer, which is next, and the lithium ion, which are going to have two different types of connectors. The little white connector right here is going to be your energy in, and then the other connector, which is not the white one, is going to be your energy out. If you notice between these two, the green one off to the right side of the screen is going to be a Tamiya type of battery. This is the most, or type of connector. This is the most common, but a better type of connector is going to be the Dean's connector. We're seeing a lot more companies transitioning over to this type of connector because it does give you a better interface in order to transfer energy between the battery into the rifle platform. So very nice to see that people, or manufacturers at least, are switching over to these types of batteries, or connectors, excuse me. If getting your rifle or battery soldered to Dean's is something that you're interested in, we at the Airsoft headquarters can do that service for you. With lithium polymer types of batteries, in my experience, these are going to be a step up as far as performance. With the milliamp hours, these are generally going to be 1000 milliamp hours to 1600 milliamp hours, so a little bit less stored energy compared to the nickel metal hydride, but your voltage is either going to be a 7.4 or an 11.1. Now, the reason I say that these batteries are going to be far superior, I shouldn't say far superior, but they are going to be a step up from the nickel metal hydride in the fact that with lipos, you are going to have more consistent energy output throughout the day compared to a nickel metal hydride. So a lithium polymer battery is going to start the day off at a peak 7.4 volts. Now, as you play with it, you are going to lose energy, but that energy level is going to remain consistent within the battery until the very end of that battery life, where it suddenly drops off. So that's constant performance throughout the entire day. Compared to a nickel metal hydride battery, which is going to start the day off at a peak voltage level or energy stored level, but it's slowly going to decrease in stored energy as you play with it. So you are losing a lot more performance towards the end of that battery life throughout the day compared to the lithium polymer. Lithium ions are going to have the same type of energy level as the lithium polymer, but the lithium ions are going to have a lot more stored energy, but I'll get into that later. The voltage levels with a lithium polymer are going to be a 7.4 or an 11.1. Now with 11.1 types of batteries, we strongly suggest that you pick up a MOSFET. A MOSFET is a type of system that controls the energy going into your wiring system onto your rifle platform. So 11.1 volts, if it's going onto standard trigger contacts without any sort of fuse or MOSFET, excuse me, is going to overpower your motor. If it doesn't overpower and break the motor, it's going to put a lot of stress onto the internal components of your gearbox. So the teeth of your gears, your piston, the teeth of the motor, those are key spots that are going to receive a lot of stress and more than likely will break if you put too much energy into it. Now, if you get a MOSFET, that's going to take all of that energy that's going into your wiring system and brings it down to a manageable level so your motor can operate at its peak performance without overstressing itself. So very, very handy if you are looking at getting into 11.1 volt type of batteries. Now we're moving over to lithium ions. Like I said before, these are going to have more stored energy. So to give you an idea, these are going to have 2,500 to 2,600 milliamp hours. That is double your lithium polymers and a little bit more than your nickel metal hydride. And the voltage level is going to be very similar to that of the lithium polymer, 7.4 or an 11.1. Now, with lithium ion, they're going to be acting very similarly to that of lithium polymer, to where it's your energy input and your energy output wires. Compared to all the other types of batteries that I have shown you, the nickel metal hydride is overall going to have the largest profile. So you need to be very selective when you're looking for battery storage. The lithium polymers are going to be a lot smaller, thinner, are going to fit everywhere on the rifle platform. A lithium ion are going to be very thin, very sleek, to where they can fit in almost every rifle platform, similar to that of a LiPo, but you still do have to be very selective. All the spots that a LiPo will fit does not mean a lithium ion will fit as well. But if you can manage it, you are getting double the performance time that a standard 7.4 LiPo will give you. Now, in my personal experience, I went from nickel metal hydride to a 7.4. And even with less voltage and less milliamps, I'm getting about the same playtime, but I'm getting a faster rate of fire, faster trigger response in a smaller package. The energy output is a lot more consistent compared to a nickel metal hydride, and even something this small, I can fit in almost everything. So I can use the same battery between my G36, my AK, and my M4 compared to when I had nickel metal hydrides, I would need one for my G36, another for my AK, and another for my M4. No longer the case now that I've swapped over to lithium polymer. Now comes the part where players will then have to make a decision to transfer over to lithium ions. The only issue that you will need to be aware of is that lithium ions are going to be a lot more expensive. At the Airsoft headquarters, we have the lithium ion batteries priced about $45 to $50 because you are getting a higher performance battery. The lithium polymer batteries generally are going to be $24 to $30. You are getting a smaller platform, but you are going to get better performance. The standard nickel metal hydride batteries are going to be priced at $24 to $29. Another thing you guys need to be aware of when you're looking at purchasing these batteries is that almost all of these are going to require different types of chargers. So the nickel metal hydride is going to take its own proprietary charger compared to the lithium polymer and the lithium ion. Like I said, lithium polymer, lithium ion have your energy in and your energy out. Do not mix those at all. Bad things will happen. The nickel metal hydride is designed to have energy in and energy out pathways interchangeable. Like I said, this is dumb proof. You can do almost anything you want to this, it'll still keep working. I've run nickel metal hydrides in rain with almost no issue. So these guys are hardcore if you're a little bit more rough. If you are careful and you want that superior performance, lithium polymer, lithium ion batteries are going to be the way to go. If you have any further questions, you can reach out to us on Facebook or email if you are shopping online. If you're close to the Airsoft headquarters, you can certainly come in. Our staff is going to be very well trained and knowledgeable about which batteries are going to be best in your situation for your budget. So don't be afraid to reach out and give us a call. Other than that, take care, guys, and have fun.